high above the tallest mountain, where the fluffy clouds looked just like marshmallows, lived a very small man named Mr. Thimble. Now, Mr. Thimble wasn't a baker, and he certainly wasn't a knight in shining armor. He was a sky tailor. You see, the night sky isn't just empty space like you might think. It's actually a giant, beautiful, velvet blanket that Mr. Thimble pulls over the world every single evening. He does this so the sun can finally get some well-deserved sleep after a long day of shining. But this special blanket was very, very old, and Mr. Thimble had a bit of a problem. His problem was a very clumsy cat named Snip. One Tuesday evening, as Mr. Thimble was getting ready for his work, Snip saw something amazing. A shooting star zipped across the sky. Being a cat, Snip couldn't resist. He leaped up to chase it. Swoosh! His sharp little claws snagged the old velvet blanket and he tore 1,000 tiny holes right through the fabric of the night sky. Mr. Thimble gasped in horror. Brilliant, bright light from the day's side of the blanket started poking through all the new holes. "Oh no!" Mr. Thimble cried out, his voice trembling. "It's far too bright. The owls won't be able to hoot their nighttime songs, and the children all over the world won't be able to sleep." He had to fix it, and fast. First, he tried to patch the holes with dark storm clouds, but they were too wet and drippy. The water just made the rips bigger. Next, he tried to patch them with soft, gray fog, but the fog was too thin and wispy. The light shone right through it. He needed something dark, something soft, and something strong to fix his beautiful night blanket. But when he looked in his sewing box, he realized he was all out of his special dark thread. Feeling a little desperate, Mr. Thimble looked down from his home in the clouds, all the way down to the earth below. He saw something rather strange. In the cozy bedrooms of children, he saw shadows. There were long, stretched-out shadows, short, stubby shadows, and even wiggly-wobbly shadows dancing on the walls. The children, seeing these dark shapes, were hiding under their covers. They thought the shadows were scary monsters come to life. Suddenly, Mr. Thimble had a truly brilliant idea. He took out his longest fishing line, which was made of shimmering spider silk, and carefully lowered it down to a bedroom. He gently hooked a long, dark shadow that was hiding in a closet. Then, he gently reeled it up towards the sky. He reached out and touched the shadow. It wasn't scary or cold at all. In fact, it felt like cool, soft cotton between his fingers. "Perfect," Mr. Thimble said with a smile. He threaded his needle and began to sew. He took a shadow that looked just like a dragon and used it to stitch up a big rip near the crescent moon. He took another shadow that looked like a spooky, bare tree and used it to patch a hole near the horizon, where the sky meets the land. As he worked, stitching and mending, he noticed something quite magical. The light that was poking through the very tiniest of the rips, the ones he hadn't patched yet, looked beautiful. They weren't blindingly bright anymore. Instead, they sparkled and twinkled like tiny diamonds scattered across the velvet. "I will leave the small holes," Mr. Thimble decided right then and there. "They add a little bit of magic, and I will call them stars." By the time the morning sun was ready to wake up, the night blanket was fixed, good as new, but now even more beautiful with its sparkling star holes. Mr. Thimble carefully rolled it up and let the bright, warm sun take its place in the sky, beginning a new day. That night, when he pulled the mended blanket back over the world, the children below looked up from their windows. They saw the beautiful, twinkling stars for the first time. They pointed and smiled at the lovely lights shining through the tiny holes that Snip the cat had accidentally made. And when they looked around their rooms, they noticed something else that was wonderful. The shadows weren't so dark and scary anymore. In fact, most of them were gone. They had been gathered up by the kind Sky Tailor. From that day on, the children knew that if they ever saw a big, dark shadow in their room, it wasn't a monster hiding in the corner. It was just a spare piece of soft, dark fabric, waiting for Mr. Thimble to come and collect it, to stitch another beautiful star into the night sky. And that is why, to this very day, the stars shine so brightly at night, and why shadows are nothing to be afraid of. They're just the stuff the night is made of, waiting to become a part of the beautiful, star-filled blanket that covers us all while we sleep. Thanks for listening to our story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more magical tailies.